913 solved. Would help if y'all could hear the game. What's up, y'all? We're back, and I now have a little bounce to me when I'm talking. I figured that out. It took way too long to figure it out, but I did. Now I look a little bit more lively. Anyway, we're back with Artisan of Glimmith because I really should finish the game. I don't know what that was, but okay. Sure. So we have, so there's the perfected windows. That's not right. It's this one? No, it's this one. This one. This one shows all of our progress. We need to get all of these to be jeweled. So I'm gonna go, instead of like finishing the hedge, or not the hedge maze, but this area for compass, because I really don't want to right now, I'm just gonna go all the way back, and we're going to find all the hidden puzzles and solve them. So we have, I just gotta make sure, yeah, it's gonna show the hidden puzzles when I do this. And we left off, we did one in the beginning, but now we left off on this one, which I've learned that this is probably the start. And then you would have this, this, and this here. And like this would have been the start that I would have needed, I think. Except this is impossible now. And that's the key, is I gotta figure out how to solve this. But I think the first part is this. I probably will use hints too. Kind of getting a vibe like this. No. Like all of this is fine. Like we have these all fine. That would have to, like this would have to be one. No doubt about it. It feels like there is something wrong here. But I do think like this and this are the start, correct? Nope, never mind. Fuck. So I thought it would be this, but it's not. It's this. I mean, this could be a square. And then something like this, I suppose. Then you'd have something like this. The problem with that is that it messes up everything below it. Let's just make sure. Nope. Okay. So this is one. What? But that's not. All regions must be one of these shapes. Are you trying to tell me that it's like this? What? Well, then this would become that. This could be this, which leaves this. Is this all correct? Okay, we're good so far. This would have to be a 2. This would also have to be a 2. This could be a 3, which makes this a 2. And then this a 2. Are we still good? No. Okay. Oops. So this is a square. Okay. Which would mean that it would be like something like this. This would still be there. I mean, this could be here. This would be that, but I get the feeling something's wrong. No, everything's correct. So that means you would be this. You would be this. You would be this. And that. Okay. We got it. We got it. Once again, we're going to be probably using hints because I'm not that smart. I've gotten through most of this game without it. I'm now in the guess and check sections of my life. Okay, so there are regular puzzles that we missed. So we're going to do those first. It looks like we missed one regular puzzle that was all the way down here. All regions either must be a straight line or a bend. Well... What's that? To here. This one shouldn't be that bad. You would have to be this. You would have to... Yep. Back. You would have to be a straight line. Bend. Bend. Straight line. Straight line. Bend. 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 Straight line and a bend. There we go. Alright, let's see this one. So all regions must be one of these shapes. Okay, this one shouldn't be that bad. So if we do an F, so we can do an F right here. Let's start in this top left corner. By the way, they did update this, so you can actually like add what colors that you want. And we are going to use all of them because that's funny. Could this be a P? It could. But it can't be that. Okay, so let's try. Let's start off with this P, because that would mean that this would have to be there. Oops. You wouldn't be able... I mean, I guess you could do an F right there. This would be a P. This would probably be a P. This would be a P, and then we're just kind of boned. And then if you're an F, you could be a P. No, there's got to be a better place to start. I also like how this is an F, whatever that is, on a P. Well, I guess we could start down here. Because either you're this, right? Or this, or this. You could be an F right there, and that's it. You would have to connect to one of these two. You... Well, hold on. This one has to connect to this one, right? Because there's no way you're going to be able to connect. There's no way you're going to be able to connect. Yeah, you two would have to be the same. Which means that it's either a P piece... F like that, or this, which means you would have to be here, which means because you're the only one, you would have to be this. Okay. Which means you are an F piece. Okay. You. Because if we do this, we could do this. And then I'm thinking another this. This would be a P. Ooh, but then it gets a little bit rough here, so I don't think that's correct. Hold on, let's just be sure. You could be there. You can't ever go to that one. You could be an F piece or a P piece. can also, well, you can't be that. You can go to any number. Let's try to figure out if there's any other ones that can go. You and you have to be the same. Like, is there any reason not to believe that this would be the case? There's also the case of this. Like, it really feels like it's that. I mean, it could be this. No, it can't. Yeah, this can only be that. Which means that you can only be this. Okay. Progress. The only one that you can get to is this one. Which means that you would have to be an F. Listen, I want all of the colors. Give me all the colors. Would this be a P, and then this would be an F, and then this would be here? Okay. But something's wrong here. Yeah, okay, so this is wrong. Are you a P? I guess I never really considered that you could be a P. Yeah, you are a P. Okay. If you're an F, it messes everything up. So I think you'd have to be here. And Kit is genius. Okay, we used a little bit of hints, but not too bad. Oh, there's another. Oh, no, that's it. Oh, all regions must be one of these shapes. Okay. Where do I want to start? Got a bunch of empty space up there, huh? This is going to have to be like that or like this. If it's like this, it can't be. So the first step has to be here, which means it has to be here. That could be, I mean, it could be any four. That has to be like that. Okay. Well, we know something like this. Okay, so it's a good start. Good start. Nothing terrible. Nothing terrible. I'm going to open up my chips. They're going to help me think. Probably not. Not bad, all things considered. Trying to say something like this. I guess that would work. Like that this would be an option. Would be correct? Yeah. I mean, this one is hard for a reason. I'm also thinking about right here. Because if this is the case, I guess it could be something like this. Is this right? It is. Excuse me. I'm just bad at this, apparently. Let's see. I am thinking something like, well, no, like something like that. No, this is blocked. Okay, so if that's blocked, I mean, it could be this. Yeah. Okay. Now we have an issue of like right here. Is this all correct? Oh my gosh. Good stuff. Oh, I don't know where this goes. Because that can go that way, this can go either way there. Getting closer though. We are getting closer. Part of me thinks it's this. It is. That's funny. Except I do think that then this keeps going like that, right? No. But it goes like this still. And then like that. Are we all good so far? Perfect. I'm dumb. I mean, it could be this. No, something's wrong. Never mind. How in the world do we get? Oh, is it like this? No, because this goes like this and this is like this. Okay. Well, we're making it. Oh, so many symbols. There's 8 shapes that are within this. That's what's the answer. There are 8 shapes. That was easy. That one, I'll take credit on that one. That one was easy. I just knew that the purples were the hard one. Cool. Oh, there's one more. There it is. A 5. Cool. All regions must be that shape. Okay. I guess we start here. Like, could it be this? This. 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 Like this, then yes, then here. We were close. I think something's wrong here. Yeah, okay. So I think it's probably like this then. Okay. Thought I would be sneaky. What up, Lottie? How's it going? I'm doing all right. How are you? No, that's not correct. How am I going to get all of this over here? Been vomiting a lot. That's not good. I hope you feel better. That's... I mean, vomiting just sucks in general. Something seems wrong. I had like food poisoning semi-recently, and that was like an awful experience. No games for me. I'm on bed rest. Well, yes, please make sure you are getting rest. That's interesting. So you go like this then. This. But then we're in trouble. So I think you go this way. Something seems wrong here again. Huh? What? Hold on. How are you like this? That means that you would have to come out like this. Okay, this is kind of coming together. Oh, it kind of was. Oh, everything's correct so far, so we can mark that all off. Sweet. Well, I hope you feel better soon. Please make sure you're taking, like, medicine and stuff, because being sick is the worst. I'm back to streaming, so I should be playing this and probably some Dead by Daylight later today. Did I miss any? I did miss some regular puzzles. There's a 3 right there. Crazy. What up, Framed? I'm here. Okay, so this is an F, which probably looks like that. You're an F, which means you're this, and then we just piece everything else together. 2, this is an F. And those 2. Yeah, cool. Easy. Where did your summons go? I just had enough tickets to get an East immediately, so I didn't have to roll. Oh, I'll roll for Neon. But yeah. I didn't have to worry about it. I did see the spoilers, though, for chapters 45 and 46 on Nikkei, and so many emotions. So many emotions going through my body. I think I'll try to get her 2 stars. I don't think you need to. She's strong enough as she is. Last 2 chapters are definitely setting up some big battle. That's true. I was talking about, like, 2 characters finally meeting and then the end of 2 others. It's still funny that Nikkei's just a prologue, though. Okay, if I do this, Alright, this one's gonna suck. What do we got? Well, okay, if you're like this... So if you're 2... You could be a 3 right here. Doro and Andy. I did see that. Yep, I was about to cry during that scene that I saw because that's at long last. I was also talking about Fragile and Lilivern. Okay, so that doesn't work. Yeah. Actually, if I do this... I mean, yeah, it's absolutely true that she finally got what she deserved. At the same time, depression. That doesn't work. So I'm guessing then this has to be here. It's not going to work either. I did not, but I did hear stuff about that. I'm going to say let's keep spoilers to a minimum now, just because it's only been 2 days. But I do know a bit. So. Much more with that. Fair. Fair. I'm trying to think, maybe I should just start with like this. If I do this, have to be something like this. Ooh, that's close. Oh, we're so close. This is so close. What am I? Everything is correct, though. That's crazy. Okay. Oh, like this. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Worried about an Easter, 2 costume gotchas, my wallet. Bro, I'm almost out of like almost out of money. Like, I can't do the costume gotchas until I hopefully get this job. But apparently, like, the last interview that I would have for this job, the guy's out of the office for the rest of the week. So, we'll see. Though it goes on for 3 weeks. So I got 1, 2, 3 weeks is the 13th. So I might actually have enough time to get them, assuming when I start it. So, all right, 4 puzzles. Let's get to it. All regions must be 2 or 3. Jeez, gold. I'm gonna wait till my paycheck and start Libby's costume gotcha. Yeah. No, I just want to get back to working so I can get some money so I can do it. I'm almost broke completely, and that stuff is starting to catch up. So. Boys can't do much yet. I was like considering like maybe I need to, I don't know, it's rough. It's rough. Ooh, that's bad, actually. Hold on. So if I do this, then that means that these both have to be like this. Because this has to be different. There we go. See, some of these I can get pretty quickly. Others, not a chance. Well, this is probably just this, right? Because I can't make you a T. Yeah, no. You would have to be this. Okay, which means you are either a T or something else. You can't be a T. You would actually have to be this. Which means you would probably have to be like that, which means you're a T. You're a T! So you're probably that. You're probably this. Now it's just a matter of figuring out this. Well, it's gonna have to be... Something seems wrong. This is wrong. Because it's like this, isn't it? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Because then this could work. It would be this. No, hold on. It can't be a T. A T's not gonna fit. It can't be that. No, it'd have to be this. No, it can't. I feel like I'm missing something here. Oh, it's a T this way, though. There we go. Oh my lord. Okay. This piece can never fit inside of this. So if I do this, it would look something like this. Or, well, no, it couldn't be that. So if I do this, then it could be this and this. Well, you're either up here or down here. But regardless, you're a 4. Which means that... Would it be like this, then? Which means it would look something like this. Because then this could be that. This would be the 4. That would go down here. This would be a 3. It wouldn't be a 3. This would be a 3. This would be a 4. Okay. Three, and a 4. Oh shoot, you're supposed to be different. Oh my gosh, this last one's gonna suck. I think. Maybe? Do I have something wrong? No, everything is correct. What am I missing here? What am I missing? Hold on, what? Oh, because it's this. Durr. I was staring at that for so long. Oh my gosh. Alright, that's another one down. We got a few more over here. Regular puzzle. That's so funny. Whenever it shows that there's like a regular puzzle that I missed, I'm like, oh. Okay, well we got another red one right over here. Let's do this one. I have to use the number 1. I mean, it's gonna have to be this. I don't see any other way. Is it like this? And then this? God, I hate shapes. All right, let's just make sure this is correct. It's not. Cool. God damn it. I hate shapes. Shapes is like one of my least favorite ones, because I have a hard time seeing the shapes. Well, hold on. Okay, so if that's there, then that means that this would have to be right here. This feels wrong. Nope, everything's correct. All right, cool. Well, this is definitely a 1 then. Then probably this. Then probably this. Just check. I'm just guessing and checking right now because my brain's not gonna work after this. Are these just... like that, and like that. This has to go like this. This has to go like that. This goes on the side. This goes right here, and then this is the last one. Ay, 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 my brain. My brain. Fuck my life. Look at this. Look at this. Look at these shapes. What? What are these shapes? What are these shapes? Okay. Well, considering it's either this, which then would work nicely for this, which would well, hold on. It's kind of working. Not working anymore. I don't believe it's this, which means that it is... We just don't know which way it's going. It's probably this way. No. It can't, because then... Wait, what? Okay, is this correct so far? Okay, cool. Because, like, I'm thinking it has to be like this. But then how? But if it's this... and this can go up. Or go this way. I guess it can go this way. I'm sure you'll figure it out. I don't know anymore. Is this correct? Okay, these are all correct. How in the world? Oh, because there's upside down. It showed me upside down. Kit, you're dumb as fuck, bro. You're so dumb. It's so insanely dumb, because then the answer turns into something like this. Okay. And then we're screwed. We were so close. I think this bottom is correct, though. Yeah, okay. Oh, but if I do this, that way I could actually do this. Something seems wrong here, too. Why is this wrong? What? You're trying to say that this is this. Okay. I get that. So this was correct. Right. Yeah. So what are you saying here? You're saying that this... Oh, because then that way they can actually interject with each other and make... Oh, that makes more sense. Except that's still incorrect. Hold on. Because I need this to go like this for everything to fit. That's right. They're all supposed to be interlocked with each other. That's what it is. Just use 200% of my brain. I don't think that's how that works. All right. Rectangles and rectangles. And that is wrong. That is also wrong. It's still wrong. But less so? If I do this... There we go. Took me a little bit, but we got there. Oh my lord. Okay, so either this goes like this, or it goes like this. You go like that, then you can go like that, you can go like that, and then you have to go like this. And then you would have to go... either way? Well, hold on, it could be something else, but let's just try it. Let's just keep with this train of thought. This train of thought doesn't seem to be working. I think we're wrong. Everything's correct so far. I'm a genius. If you go this way, what happens? Despair? I'm a genius. I don't know how I did that, but I'm a genius. I got Pop-Tarts. Good old Pop-Tarts. Okay. I don't see any other way that this is not AP. And same here, this also has to be a P. You are a Z. You're also a Z. You could then go like this. Hold on, this seems a little bit promising. P and then P, and then this, and then depression. Hold on. This does seem right though. Don't count it out yet. This could be a Z. This could be a Z. No, it could be this. And then this becomes a P. Except that ruins all of life's greatest mysteries. So I don't think you're a Z. I think you're a P. Okay, this seems correct first. No? Oh, because you could be a U. You could be a U. Oh, I'm so dumb. It's a one-tracked mind, I tell you what. I'll tell you what about that one-track mind. Something like this. No. Hold the phone? No, I can't block that off, though. Five, 10, 15, 20. What if it's like this? No, because then that's still not enough. Okay, is this all correct? Yes, okay. I just want to be sure, because this doesn't seem right. So if I do you would then be this, you would then be this, and you would then be this. You would then be this, you would then be this. No, but you could be this then. Still that. Nope. But is this correct? Yes, okay. I figured that's the only way that was going to work, but... That was the only way that was going to work. I knew it. I was so confident about that too. Got it. All right. Progress. There's two more, and it's these two right here. We'll do this one. Okay, well, that was a piece of cake. And then this one. This has to start like this. You have to start like that. And then probably a plus, and you're probably a plus, and you're probably a plus, you're probably a T, and you're a T. There we go. That's another jeweled window. 5 windows with jewels. Let's go. All right, next up. Precision. Precision shouldn't be that bad because, yeah, it's exactly 3. So, let me know, and I already see it as this. I already see it as this. I actually think that it's this. Hold on. This, this. Oh, we're so close. This was so close. Damn. Is it 2 lines? Yeah. Oops, excuse me. Oh my gosh. Look at how close I was at the beginning. I had everything except this down here. What's the end game of this game? So the end game is to do every puzzle. That's really it. There's this thing right here that tells us how many puzzles we've done in each area. So we've 92%ed the normal puzzles, 84%ed the puzzles to get them to gold, and we have 8%ed the puzzles to adorn them with jewels. So silver puzzles are the easiest. Silver and gold, like, they're kind of indistinguishable because they both look the same. Once you finish a window, you unlock all the rest of their stuff. Sorry, when you finish a window, you unlock the silver set of puzzles, and then after that, you unlock the gold, and then when you get gold, you get the, well, I guess you just automatically get the jeweled ones too. But the goal is to finish all the islands and perfect this window. So perfect 28 windows, and we have perfected 5. There's a whole bunch of puzzles. I've been using hints on some every so often just because I'm not that smart at this game. So, we can also go over here. Like, these are some other puzzles. Some more difficult ones. But, I don't really want to do that right now. What's this one? Once you have fully completed 10 areas. So I think that's with the jewels. So I'm just going back to the start and essentially just doing all the jeweled puzzles just to get them out of the way. You just solve puzzles until you're done. Yep. And there's over 1,000, and we passed 900 last stream. I wonder if these are T-pieces. Crazy. Alright. You are probably a straight line. You're also a straight line? You are a T. You are a T this way. Okay. You're a T this way. Listen. These puzzles, I thrive in. The precision ones. Excuse me, but I thrive. Look at how close we are. We're so close. I can't believe it. 1 error off. 1 off. That's hilarious. Okay. Everything's exactly 6, and they all are the same when they're connected to this. So it's a 2, a 3, a 2. So 1 over, 2 down, 1 over 1. I don't know if this is going to be fitting everything, though. Like, I feel like it's something like this. No. All right, this one's gonna be rough. I can already tell. And if I can complete this. Something seems wrong here. Okay, yeah, it is. I was like, something does seem wrong. No. What? Okay, hold on. This line right here is really fucking with me. Is it like this? I think it's this. Yeah, okay. No. One of these is wrong. This one, which means you go this way. And then you're also wrong. That actually makes a lot of sense. So is it like this? No, something's still wrong. Is it this? Okay, sweet. Listen, shapes, not my strong suit, okay? I deserve to be judged. I'm not good with shapes, but precision, great. Shapes, no. Oh my gosh, okay, precision, Gemini and Delta. Gemini has to be the same shape, Delta has to be different shapes. Okay. So what you're telling me is that these two have to go out. One of them is a straight line and one of them is not. If I curve you this way, that's not going to work. So you're the straight line, which means you curve this way, which means you're a straight line, which means you're a straight line, which means you have to curve some way. If I do this, it's never going to work. So if I do this, then you go up. This feels wrong. So this one has to be different, which means it can't be like this. No, give me all my colors. Yeah, that can never be. So you'd have to be here, which means you have to be a straight line. Right? Like, it has to be... So this one doesn't have to be. Yeah, because this one could be like this. Okay. I think this is all correct. I'm not going to use the hint, because I do think that this is all correct. It is! Oh my gosh. Okay, we did good. We did good. We got 2 more left here. 2 more left. 2 more left. Everything has to be exactly 8. How big is this? So I've been told that if I just do this, it'll tell me everything, and I don't have to count anymore. So 40. So there's 5 shapes that are created here. One has to go here, because that's the only way it's going to be able to leave. But it can't touch up here, so this is a different color. And this is also a different color. You go down, then you would probably have to do this, and then it never is going to work. So you can't fill up the shape, Yeah, you can't ever fill up the shape. Which means at most you can go like, you can go down 2, which means this has to go down 2. If I go this way and do this, does this change anything? Does it look like it? Oh, it's close. Hold on, it's close. No, but I think it feels like it has to be this. 7. 8, 8, 8. 9 and 7. So close. If you go like this, then it's done. Aha. Okay. Ooh, good shit. Good shit. Okay. Exactly 4, and they have to be different. This has to come out, this has to come out. They can't be the same. So one of these is a plus, and one of these is a L piece. Okay? One of these is a plus, one of these is an L piece. This also has to go up. If you're the plus, that means you would be a plus as well. Okay. There's going to be some serious brain racking right now. Okay, hold on. Here's another thing. This and this have to be like that. So you would actually have to be this, and you would be here. Because I can't have you be the same. You would go like this. I'm like right there. Just these two can't be the same. Oh, hold on. You could be this. That way you could then go down like this. Okay. Well, you can't go over the top. You could be this. Let's first just make sure everything's correct. It's not. Okay. So you are this. It's just this is a line instead. Okay. This could be a P, a T. It's like this, and then it's like this. No, that's not going to work because we don't have enough space. Hold on. We actually don't have enough space. How much space do we have over here? 19. So one's going to have to go over here. Only one, though. If you were a T, it would look something like this. Which means there's a T right here. I don't think you're a T piece, though. I mean, if I do this, right, you're a T piece. Then we're just kind of boned, for the most part. If I have you go like this, and we could do this, then this would be like this would be like this, and then we have like that. That's correct. I can't believe it. What do you mean that's wrong? You're saying that this is a line and this is the TPs? Fine. I'll roll with it, I guess. So what? You... You just align? Is that what I'm supposed to make from this? No, you can't. Well, I mean, you could. No, you can't be a line. You're not a line. Denied line. Oh, but then that makes that as a T, and then you go like this, and then you go like this, and then you go like that, and you go like this. That's what you have to do. And then we get precision done. Nice. Polynomials. 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 Whatever they're called. I see you down there, seven. Oh, fuck. Excuse me. All shapes regions must be one of these shapes. This sounds lovely. Is what? Could you be like this? And you have this, and then you have this, and then you got like this, and then you have here, then you have here, and then everything is crumbling to pieces. Yep. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's maybe get the stuff correct. All right. So what can you be? You can be this, or this, or this. But you absolutely have to be there, right? Every possible direction leads to this. That is correct. Which means you at least have to be down. Go one more and go this way, that way. Okay, so that's fair. You can go like this, but you could also go like that, so that sucks. You're screwed. Okay, you can't be this or this. So you have to either be here or here. There is no other direction. You can be either of those directions. You can also be this direction. That's fine. You can't be there. You could be there. Or down here. But you have to be this. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Is there anything else? I mean, you two could connect. You also could connect. Oh, you're going to connect. That's the worst thing. No, you can't go there. If I do this, that's never going to work. Okay. That can't work either. So I think you have to be here, right? No. It has a 1. If I do this, that will never work. But I could do this. Or I could do this. Ooh. Ooh, that's tricky. That's so tricky. Which means you have to do the same thing. Actually, hold on. I'm going to double check this, but I think that this has to be here. And in turn, this has to be here, right? Thought so. The reason being is because then this would never work. Okay. Now what? So this can either go here or here. So it can't go here. It could go, can't go here. So I think you're this. Which means you're this. Which means I'm wrong. Hold on. I think you're this. Yeah, this is the only way I see this working. Yep. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, progress is being made. That's the good news. You are either this, or this, or this, or this. You can't be that. Nor this. So that means you are like this, but you go up or down. If you go down like this, you go down like this, it's never going to work. But if you go like this, this still will never work? Correct. So you at least have to go this way. Hold on. Hold the phone. Oops. Oh, but there's you. Hold on. I totally forgot about that one right down there. Well, hold on. If I do this, you would never work? No, because then you would work like this, which I think is the correct answer. Okay. Next. This to here. Boom. Got it. Done. I mean, this has to be here. I don't see any other way. Then what? Is it like... Are you like this? Got it. Oh. Okay, that was weird. I don't know how to feel about that. Listen, it fell into place. It fell into place. Neighboring regions must have different shapes. Great. 48. There's only 4 symbols I'm seeing. So what? Is that 8? There's 8 different regions. This red. Okay, well you have to be this. There's no other possibility. If I could just put in like the... If there's any shapes that are like touching, they just can't. So you have to go out here, which means you have to go this way. I can't have you, so either you're a straight line or you're this piece. Actually, you're this piece, which means you are a straight line, which means you are either a straight piece or a T piece. You're a T piece, because you're the straight piece. And then you do this, and then you look like that, and then you... No. Hold on. We're close. T piece, L piece, square, you and you. You and you. There's a 3 heading down here. It can either be a 3 of that shape or a square. Well, you're a square. You have to go here. You have to go here, and you have to go here. There's no other ways about it. You're this, which means you're this. You're this. It's never gonna work. You have to be a straight line, which means you're a straight line, which means you're a square. And then you two are connected. Let's go, bestie friends forever. You're that, and there's a straight line. Easy. All right, piece of cake. There's another one. Where are you hidden? Where are you hidden? Look at you, hiding him back here? That's crazy. Okay. I get the feeling that you're like this. I don't know why. Like, seriously, where else am I putting this? No, you have to be here. There's no other way. 1, 2, 3, do 2. And then you two are like that. Okay. Yeah, this is making sense. We're rolling with it. We're rolling with it. You're a T-piece. I think you're gonna... Nope, hold on. You have to be here. Four? You're like this, and then 2, 3... 3 and 3? Yeah. Oh, big brain moments. Big brain moments. How many more? 2? There's one sneakily right over here. 25. So there is a I mean... It's like this. It's like this. It's a cake. It's like this. Shush, it's fine. Okay, there's one more. There you are, sneakily hidden right there. Okay. If I go up, you would never be that, so you're gonna have to go down. Okay, you are a line. You are this. You're a line. You are somewhere. There's squares everywhere. You have to come out. Don't know which way. You all are different. I mean, I think I figured that one out pretty easily. You could be the same. Who knows? You're a square. You two could be touching. I don't know. Could they be touching? I don't... It's possible. I mean, to be fair, these don't have to touch. They also don't all have to be 4. So what? Something like this? Let's do that. Oh, you have to go right there. So you're right there, and then you're like this. Got it. And then you're like this, and then you two touch, and then like that. Cool. Awesome. Great. Another area completed. Now it's time for mingle shapes. As in, neighboring regions have to have different shapes. And then we're gonna cry ourselves to sleep, because... why? Okay, well, this has to be you. Which means that... you would probably have to be this, because there's no other way you could be anything else. I think it's actually something like this. Hear me out here. This would then be a 3. But it's, it would be a 3. I don't know which way right now. Like this way? Almost. Yes. Yeah, these are all correct. Give me all my colors back. He just doesn't want to give me colors. I want variety. This is all correct, right? Yeah, let's go. See, some of these I get like really easily, and the others I just cry. I think you would have to be like this. Yeah, that's coming along pretty neatly. You would be probably this? Maybe a 4? This would be a 3, this would be a 4, this would be a 3. This is when things all start crumbling down. Something's... Oh, everything's correct! It's a goddamn genius! I just don't understand what the rest of this puzzle is now. So if you're a 3... You're not a 3. You're a 3. No. Something's wrong, but I don't know what. You're a 4. Then you're a 5, because I couldn't see the 5. 6. Ugh. Oh no. Just see this. And they all have to be different shapes. Oh, we love this. I love this. So where the hell do we start? Where do I start? You have to go here. There's no if. That's all I got. I have a question. 121. I'm using a calculator because my brain can't handle this right now. Calculator. Alright, we're using a calculator because we have to figure this out. 2 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 3 plus 4 plus 4 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 4 plus 5 plus 4 plus 6 plus 4 plus 5 plus 4 plus 6 plus 4 plus 4 plus 2. 107. 121. There are going to be gaps. The question is where? Well, actually, what I'm surmising is actually this can't ever touch any of these. So you have to be this in the middle, meaning you are like here, you're like here, you're like here, and you are like this. Is this somewhat correct? No. So that's fair, which means I think you go like this. Cool. I just don't know where, right? Okay, if I put this like right there, you would have to go right there. It would never work. So you have to go this way. Awesome. This then have to be a thing. You're wrong? You're telling me that this motherfucker is right down here? You are this. There's no other way. Congratulations. This is incorrect. Because you two have to be together. That's correct. Okay. Gosh, I hate stuff like this, but that's fine. That's fine. We'll figure it out together. Who knows? My brain. You're like this. That cannot work. You have to go up and down. You go there, so I think you actually have to go here. Great. Can't have you going down, so you have to go somewhere like this. And actually, it's going to look something like this. because I can't have you being the same shape. Alright, I think this is all correct. I am wrong. Where? Oh, you're a 2. That makes more sense. That means you have to go right down there. 2 and a 1. You're probably something like this. That's my guess. Am I correct? I am! Let's go! Kit understands things. I mean, I could do something like this. And then you go like there, and then you are just not gonna happen. But you can't go up. I know that much. You can't touch this. Can't have you go there. I could have you go right here. Is this a possibility? Yeah. Yeah. Where the hell do you come from? How do I get you to work? I don't think that's the answer then. If you're like this, how in the world am I getting you to fit? Like, you'd have to be something like this. Something's wrong. No, they are right. What the hell? What is happening? How the hell does this work? Sorry, I'm not seeing the shape. Where? Is it just going to block the 4? Wait, huh? Okay, question. Are you this? Crazy. Which means you have to be right here. There's no other way. Okay. Okay, so what? Weirdly enough, I got this all correct. But somehow... like, I'm thinking it's like this? Am I wrong? Okay, you go the other way. Got it. Got it. Sick. Then you're 3, I guess. Is this correct? No, you go up. How does this make sense? You go this way. Probably because this is the answer and I just never saw the shape. God, I hate shapes. It's a 1, it's a 2, it's a 4. They'll have to be different, which means that this has to be a 4. You'd have to be a 1. You'd have to be a 2. You'd have to be a 1. You have to be a 2. You're a 2. You're a 4. You're a 1. You're a 1. You're a 2. You're a 1 and you're a 4. If we can go there, so 2. Oh, we're so close. This is correct. Like, I get the feeling it's like 2, 2, 1. Just getting the 4s correct. Like, this is all correct. Yeah. Okay, cool. If you go out this way, you'd have to be a 1, you'd have to be a 2, you'd have to be a 1, you'd have to be a 2, and then it just never works. So you'd have to go down. It's like a 4 would have to go here. 2, 4, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 4. Oy, 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 oy. We're getting there. I got a text. Is that an important text? What do you think about the Anise event, the rhythm mode? I love rhythm mode because I love rhythm games. I haven't like actually watched the Anise event. I'm so behind on the story framed, I'm going to be honest. I have to take time to get back there. Oh, look at that. We got the softballs. Let's go. 1, 2, or 3. Interesting. Neighboring regions must be different shapes. But you'd have to be a 3. There's no doubt about that. This could be a 1. There's so many different things it could be. Okay, this should be where I go. I like the rhythm advice. I feel like I suck at rhythm games. I feel like I'm a bit. Oh, I used to play Udapri a bunch, and I also used to play Demo. So like, I just love rhythm games. I get what you mean. I just love rhythm games too much. And weirdly enough, it's the one time I don't mind getting like all perfects and stuff. So. Like, I grew up playing a lot of like Rock Band and Guitar Hero and stuff, so that's it is absolutely my forte. I think it's this. This feels right. Close. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2. This feels right. Yeah, no, this feels right. I guess it could go like that. No, but it can't because it has to be this. There's no other way. Okay. 1, 2, the 3. Something's wrong. No, it's right. Why is it right? Because it's like this. Yeah, I'm gonna go back because I want to make Nikkei content as well. I'm gonna be going back and watching all of the stories and writing down notes and stuff later. This just went so wrong so fast. What did I just do? Oh, because I have that there. Okay, hold on. Well, that's not going to work. I'm so close. This is so close. There we go. I'm so good sometimes. Sometimes I see what I see, and it's great. And other times I don't. It's really sad. All right, so this is now a combination of everything. So this one shouldn't be that bad now. Especially considering what we know. This seems awful. Something seems wrong with my water bottle. Did the straw fall out? Okay. Well, actually, no. This has to... Okay. This has to go this way. There's no other way. Which means you'd have to go this way. Oh, I'm so dumb. Sorry, I thought that they couldn't touch. I thought it was different shapes. It like kind of is, but really. I'd watch if you did an EK stream. It'd be a fun game. There's so much like ideas for content that I want to make. I really should. I have so many games to play too. I'll get to it eventually. So saith Kit. So saith Kit. No, you can ask. So, where am I with everything that I'm doing? So the Pokemon Legends ZA base game script is done. It's been edited. It's all set to go. We just gotta make the video. The problem is, the script is long, and one person who I have helping me edit, like, obviously wants to take it slow, and I understand that completely. But I just keep writing and writing and more writing, and it's like, yo, this is a lot. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, this is just what's coming to my brain, like what I'm like cooking, you know? I think it's something like this, by the way. Maybe not. Actually, this can't go down at all, because if it goes down, then it interrupts this. Because these two have to be... go that way. This feels wrong. This way. Tells me that you go like this. Yeah, okay. Sorry, my brain just like stopped. There's so many ideas I want to do it at once. It's kind of that. It's just more the fact that like I don't have any editing experience. And while I should have had the time, like while I was like looking for a job to learn how to edit, and that's completely on me, I just faltered. And I can't seem to focus enough to like get the edits the way that I want to. It's why shorts have been taking so long, is because like, I know I can do it. Doing shorts isn't that hard, but I just can't seem to focus on it. And I'm much more into writing than I am with like editing. So that's why I've been like looking for help. So I have one person who like wants to learn how to edit, and they want to give it their best shot. So when I made the Dead by Daylight script, two things stood out to them, and we finally had like a meeting to like kind of talk about it, which went really well. I was worried that they were ghosting, but they didn't, so I'm happy about that. The script was a big theoretical because I didn't think I would have enough time to do the actual challenge that the Dead by Daylight script was doing. But they made a very valid point that, one, not many people are going to even watch a theoretical because DVD like content, like that's not how DVD content works. Which, yeah, I should have realized that, but I didn't really like think about it too much because I was just like, I didn't think I was going to have the time to actually do the challenge. But then I was able to start the challenge, which is the True Adept challenge. And with me actually starting it and moving forward with it, we're pivoting to like make it the actual like True Adept, and that way I can separate it into reasonable chunks. It's not too much talking. It's mostly like just showing the gameplay and talking over it, and just kind of going like bit by bit and just separating it into reasonable chunks that will work with them learning how to edit, which is good. So that one, I should be streaming. I'm hoping to stream Dead by Daylight or Old School RuneScape or both tonight. I just want to get some streaming going. But I need to finish what I'm doing because of how many survivors there are. I was thinking of either doing like 8 to 10 just to have like that footage and everything. And in each chunk, there would be a survivor that's going to take so long to do True Adept. Especially for one character that I'm on right now. So I'm hoping to get that done sometime this week so that way they can start working on it. Because that would be at least a lot more reasonable. David? No, it's actually Lori. And I know Lori doesn't have an adept anymore, but I'm still treating her as if she does, just in case, you know? Bill surprisingly took one game. That was another one I was like really worried about. And yeah, the True Adept could be also a really good beginner guide. But the problem is like some people might, if they're new to the game, they might also see the video as, oh, this is how you get the adept. And I'm like, no. You can sort of just rat with Bill. Well, keep in mind, so with True Adept, you have to use all the perks that the character has, like have to. So the hardest one for that one was going to be Unbreakable. I had no issues with getting the hatch. I had no issues saving somebody for borrowed time. Like that wasn't going to be that bad. it was unbreakable, but for some reason we had a plague that wanted to tunnel me after I got somebody off the hook, and then left me because they started panicking at 1 gen. So it just, all the stars aligned and it worked out. Lori is the one that's going to be super, super tough because she has Soul Survivor. And originally, the idea for Lori for Soul Survivor, which that perk, when you're the last survivor left, or you're pretty much, you can't get your aura red, but also you can do generators 75% faster and open exit gates and hatches 50% faster. And if we're going to do every part of a perk, I'd have to be working on a generator. The original idea was I have to repair a generator as the last survivor, like actually like finish the repairs on it. But thinking more about it, because it's just the repair speed, it doesn't have any perks for like actually finishing the gen. I think it would be best to actually work on the generator until the endgame collapse happens. And that means that you've been repairing a gen as the last survivor left. If we get it done, great. But if not, that's not that big of a deal because we'll just go from there. That's at least what the concept was. So I feel like it's something like this. This I feel like is all correct, right? Yeah. Sorry, I'm like, oh, I should also probably finish this. Matter of like, how am I doing this? I feel like it's this. There we go. I was like, it's gonna be one of those. Yeah, so True Adept, like I should be working on it tonight. I want to finish, so we did Dwight, Meg, Claudette, Jake, Nia, Bill. So that's 6. I need to do Lori. I think it's Fung, David, and who's the next character? Is it Adam? It's who's the first 10? Hold on, I have the thing here. Dead by Daylight spreadsheet. Oh, Ace. So it'd be Ace, Fung, David, and Quentin. Excuse me. Right. Hold on. I just got to make sure my counting's correct. 6. Lori's 7. Ace is 8. Fung is 9. David's 10. So David would be the last one. David's is not that bad. I really don't think his is going to be as bad for doing. I think Lori's is just going to take the longest due to having to use Soul Survivor. It's not even just using Soul Survivor. It's using Soul Survivor with Decisive Strike. That's the thing. Because I'd have to not only get tunneled for a little bit to use DS, but then I have to be the last survivor left and make sure we're losing the game. Which is like ridiculous. I did want to do some testing to see if if 3 survivors escape. I was wondering if that would work for Soul Survivor, because if that's the case, well then we're not repairing a gen. Like that's the rough part. So it's one of those things. It's gonna be a hard one. It's absolutely going to be a hard one. So and then the ZA script. The ZA script is actually doing really well. Like it's done. I added the script, everything's fine with it. I'm really excited with how it looks. The problem is it's 25 pages, which if I read that out loud is going to equate to about like an hour or so of a video, which I think is still good for a video that I'm making that's talking about 100% and like this the entire experience of ZA. The base game, not the DLC. DLC is a whole other beast. uh, it's just, I just need to find like editors, and I want to pay them, of course, right? That's the big thing. But I am so flat broke that being able to pay them is going to be, it's not going to happen until I get a job. I wouldn't be able to even pay them until like June, because I just have to make sure I'm getting paychecks to deal with everything else that's going on in my life right now. Obviously, the other solution is me learning how to, but I just get so, like, there's so much stuff I still am doing with, one, finding a job, two, wanting to stream, three, getting everything, like all the data and everything all set up and writing the scripts, that I do legitimately need help. So, but the main person that I'm having edit, who's helping with the DVD script, if we can get that rolling, sick. There's somebody else who's also offered to edit, and they actually have done like kind of longer form content editing. So I was going to talk with them about that and see if we can come to something to see like what they feel. I just don't have confidence in my own editing abilities, if I'm being honest. So, and I want them, you know, to be good. Thumbnail wise, I do have one person that should be working on both thumbnails, I hope. It's weird because you see like content creators out there and they do all the editing themselves and they can figure it out, and then they put together like really simple thumbnails or like the most clickbaity thumbnails, or they hire somebody from Fiverr to do it, right? And not dissing anyone from Fiverr, the person Viel who made my PNGtuber and the OC that I use for my thumbnails, they're fantastic, but I am not artsy in the slightest. Like, that's the big thing that's been hitting me, is I've tried learning how to do thumbnails. Like, that was actually the big thing that I learned over a few years, is like the proper size of a thumbnail, what should be included on it. I had my own like way of like doing it, but it never, comparing mine to like everyone else's, it just never felt like it was actually right, I guess is the best way to put it. So like I now have like the simplistic thumbnails where obviously I have the OC and then just covering the background, and then it has the title, and it has the stream date, and I could work with that. But for the video, I'd want something that's like more eye-catching and custom, right? So that way it catches people's eyes, and they want to click on it. That's not super clickbaity, like click here for this. It's like, no, I just want it to be cool looking. And it would take me years to like actually learn that, and I'm 30 now. I feel like I don't have time. So I don't know, it feels weird saying that I want a team, like to set up a team, because I know I can handle the script writing really well. I know I can get the footage. I know I can help at least like trim down the footage to be like specific clips to use in the video. I can do that, but like actually like putting it together, putting things on screen, using keyframes, like I just don't know. And I have to fully admit that I don't know how to do that. I'm way late to the game on learning how to do that, and I'm running out of time. Essentially, I really just don't have time. If I was like 18 still and like just got out of high school and starting college, absolutely I would have so much time to learn. I wouldn't have to worry about like time limits and everything, because then I would be in college and I could just do my studies while also like learning how to edit, and we could do like all of that. I'm so late to the game that I just, you know, have to admit that I need help, and honestly it feels like I need a team or something. The problem is, of course, team requires money, and I am so broke that I can't do that. So it's a hard one. I'm blessed Neko for like trying to keep me like focused and like doing it. But the problem is while I'm doing my best with like working with the team, I'm so bad at just finding. I feel like it's like finding the focus feels like the best way. This seems correct. That makes sense because it's this. Okay. I was like, I knew that was gonna be something like that. It's just hard. It's just hard. That's the plan. I'm really hoping that with the whole team mentality that I have, I'm hoping that it will like turn out all right. But you know, it's hard to say, right? It's absolutely hard to say if that's the case. Actually, it goes like this. The thing is, like, I've had editor wise, like, there was a time where I was getting frustrated because there was like no like communication, but life happens and I got the whole breakdown. So like that's figured out with like the DVD editor. This other person who's offering to help edit, I do want to talk to them and see if they would be willing to, because like I said, I don't have the skills or the confidence with it. But like the thing is, with the team, and even my bad experience with like artists who just like the artists I'm working with now, they're great. One's got life stuff that's just kicking their butt. I get it. The other, they're working and they're getting stuff done, which is great. And then obviously Viel, who made the PNGtuber in the OC, is fantastic. My strength, I know, is with getting at least like good gameplay footage. That being said, maybe this puzzle game is not the greatest in that case because I just have to use hints every now and again because I'm not that smart. But like I at least can get like footage with like Dead by Daylight with the idea. ZA, I have a whole bunch of footage and it's all like broken down, and there's so much like random filler that I can easily just go through and just be like, hey, boom, done. The weirdly enough, I do actually want to make a just a 100% video on this. Like this would be a really quick video to make, honestly. But there's with discussion videos, I do have other ideas for what I want to do for B-roll on that. But ZA for particular though, like there's a bunch of filler footage of just me exploring and just like going from place to place and finding random stuff. It's not needed. I could easily go through and just like cut that all out and then give it to an editor to like for like all the good bits that are in it. Like I know how to do that. I know like where in the streams and the VOD footage, where all that is. I can at least do that. And then obviously, like I said, scripts are like my strong suit. The issue with the script though, and this is the one thing, is that when I start writing, I don't stop. And that can be a problem because you obviously don't want to have a 5-hour video, right? But I also don't want the video to be like 30 minutes and just being speeding through the game, right? So I figured that 25 pages, weirdly enough, for ZA was like proper, and that wasn't even going into the DLC, which I would do something like separate for. So like there's a bunch of stuff, and then there's Spring and I want to do Nikkei content and talking about the story and breaking down all the characters, which I absolutely want to do, but I know Spring's been super busy, so I might just start getting like footage maybe for that and getting my notes written down. There do be a lot. Right now, sorry, my brain's like everywhere. Right now, my focus is getting final confirmation regarding this job. I did get some news about the job. It's not bad news, don't get me wrong. There is one more interview that I would be getting if I did get the job. The person with that interview, though, is out of the office for this entire week. So I would not be getting a new job until, assuming I can start ASAP next week, hopefully next week. If not, it would be the beginning of May. which is really scary considering bills and stuff that I have to pay and stuff. So that's a little nerve-wracking. There is the topic of, hey, you could do like Uber Eats or DoorDash, but my car's not in like a condition to do that for long term. So yeah, bills always come first. I know. And even though I want to spend money on Nikkei stuff, I get it, costumes and all that. Unlikely. So I'm making sure I'm staying with it, but I may have to bite the bullet and ask my parents just for a little bit of money, so that way I can pay these bills. But that obviously is coming first, and then I'm working, like I said, the ZA video, the Dead by Daylight video. Once this game is done, it's going to get its own video, and then the roulette, which that's happening on Saturday, and I'm really excited for the roulette stream. It's going to be its first stream I'm doing of this nature that we'll actually also have a video related to it, and that video I could do, because that one's not going to need like super in-depth editing. It's just going to need just a voiceover, just a brief bit of footage. That's it. Like, and it's just gonna be like sped up and whatnot. Like that one's super easy. I know I could do that one by myself with like the limited knowledge that I have. That stream I'm excited for. So I just got so sidetracked. I'm so sorry. These are so difficult. I just wish I was smarter with money when I was younger. I wish I was smarter with my time when I was younger. But here's the thing. This has to go out like this. This has to go like there. This has to go like there. This has to go right there. I think these are correct. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. This was close. Something's wrong. This one's wrong. Is it this? Yeah. All right, we got it. We got it. We're doing all right. Everything has to have a region of 4. That's fine. Well, we know that this is going to be the case. Everything has to have an area of 4, so it's more the fact of, can I figure out where to put things? And I think the answer is yes. Do I think it's this? No. I think it's this, yes. Because then I think it's something like this. Ooh. Let's just make sure this is all correct. It's not. That's because the answer is... What? Okay, everything's correct. You're telling me you go like this? Oh my gosh, okay. Like this. Like this. No, weirdly enough, it's this. Got it. Got it. All right, cool. Whew. Some of these puzzles are rough. 2L or T. Okay. This sucks. This is just rough, bro. I don't even know where to start. This one just seems crazy that I don't even know where to start. Okay. Well, you could either be this or this. So you have to be like this. Which means you either go that way, down, up. Okay. You can go like this, you can go like that, you can go anywhere, bro. Okay, this one I think is another instance of having to be like this, because it's either this or this. So that's another one. Yeah. I think the same is for this too. Well, if I have you go like this, those two still could work. Have you go here. Okay, you can't go here? No. Yes, you could. Okay, well, first off, everything's correct so far. We did it, everybody. We're doing great. Next, what the fuck am I doing? Alright, if we assume this, that means that you... If we assume this, then you can't be that. Which means you would have to go like this. You'd be a 3. You'd be a 3. Then it wouldn't work. No. Okay. So I think that this has to be this. Boom. Do I know what that means right now? No. Right. Can you be this? That means that you would have to be this. Which would connect with that. You would not be able to. Okay. You would be you would have to be a 2 because that's the only way you would work. Which means you're a 3, you're a 3, you're a 2. You're a 2, you're a 3, you're a 2. Hold the phone. This is coming together. You'd have to either be a T, which could never work, so you're a 2. You're a 2. You would have to be either a T or a 3. I don't know yet. Kronk can say, let's just check the progress. Everything's correct so far. Let's go. All right, let's just mark off everything. I just wanted to be sure that everything was correct so far. That's great. That's great to hear. This would have to be 2, which means this would be you. Just figure that out. Okay. If you are a so you'd have to be a 3. There's no other. I mean, you could be a 2. There's 2 2s. It could be. Let's think this through here. If you're a 3, well, actually, hold on. No, you're a 2, so you have to be right here. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, which means you're either a 3 or a T-piece. If you become a T-piece, you would then have to be a 3 for you to be a 3, which then works for that. You would be right here, you would be right here, you'd 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 be right here, and you'd be right here. I don't know how I solved that. Like, I just checked my progress just to be sure, but that was incredible. Alright, cool. All regions have to have an area exactly of 5, and they each need one of these symbols. Awesome. Essentially, this is going to have to be something like this. Except it can't. Which is why I was like, wait, why does this have to? Because this then goes like this to let this out. Nope. Boom. Okay. I know that for a fact. You have to go out like this. You have to go out right there. You go out 1. Either you're going to this thing. Yeah, you're only going there. The question is, do you leave or do you not leave? That's the question. If you go like this, you look like this, and that just doesn't work. Okay. Because you have to leave kind of like that. Which, I mean, I guess would make this work. No, but you can't touch that. Something's not right here. Hold on. No, you have to leave somehow. You won't work. Because you'd have to go up like this, you'd have to go up like this, you'd have to go up like this. Got it. Oh, let's go. Oh, okay, okay. Everything, so each of these are a 4x4, and shapes are going to have to match. Awesome. They'll have to be areas of 4 too. Okay. Let's see if we can start separating some of these just to kind of get an idea of where we need to go. So you actually have to go out like that. That's it. The problem is going to be the likeness of these shapes, right? Because like I'm thinking about doing like a square right here, which means the square is going to have to go right there, which means the square is going to have to go right there. But you can't put a square, so it's not a square. Is it this? I guess these two can go together. I mean, that's working. Something seems wrong here. Something seems wrong. Where am I wrong? Right here? Okay. Well, that means that this is all wrong. I mean, I guess it could be this way still. Hold on, this is still possible? No. Which means you're telling me you go up like that. The question is, how do I make this work? Oh, because we don't want this to be... Ooh. Because then we do something like this. There we go. Oh, okay. 2 4s left. Is that it? Oh, there's only 2 4s left. All right. All right. 2 4s. There are 4 shapes, and one is going to have to go to like everything. What am I even doing? So one of these is a staircase. Is it just this? Like it could be. You are a 4x4 that's missing its bottom chunk. Where could you... My question is where... Okay, I think I need to figure out where this could go. Where could you go that's going to get 4 things? It's not going to like screw up everything. Is it here? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. How do you get a red? You don't. Need to figure out this one first, I think. Where do you go where this would work? Right here. But then you would never work, right? Okay. I'm literally staring at this, trying to figure out where the hell this piece goes. I just want to know. This is incorrect, right? Awesome. That just shut down like everything I was hoping for. Where in the world does this go? Where in the world does this go? Question. I just want to know, is it really this simple? It is. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's good to know. Like I get the feeling that that this is one. Hold on, how do you work then? Oh, because you are this. No? What? This is crazy. This piece right here, crazy. Is this one? Hold on. Maybe a 2. This is still incorrect. Okay, awesome. It's ridiculously crazy. Awesome, I figured out that. Oh, is it this? Is that the shape I've been looking for? It is. Cool, and then that means that you are this. Okay. That's crazy. I just never saw this. If I saw that, that would have been immediate, but I didn't. I'm dumb. That's fine. All right. Last rose windows one here. We have a shape bank of a rectangle and a rectangle. Let's just divide the shapes that we know don't need to be together. Well, this is interesting. You just have to be a 4. There's no other way. Any other shapes that are touching that shouldn't be? No. Okay. Well, you are a 2x6. Which direction, though? I get the feeling it is something like this, because then this can go like this. You can go like that. You would then have to go like this. You would have to go like that, which means you would go down, you go down. You go down, you go down. You're this. You go there. Or this seems to be good. Yep. Dunzo, let's go. All right. We're so far so good. How many are we at right now? Why am I checking that? Because I can check here. 9 out of 10 perfected windows. Let's see if we can get one more. Let's see if we can get one more. I know this is like a shorter stream, but I have a lot of stuff to get done today, so. Those are 7. It's also 7. I guess we'll do this. Oh, wait, no, we got back here. This one has 4. This one has 4. We'll do the 4. I think I'm going to cry, though, because this is, yeah, everything has to be the same shape. Here are your 3 shapes. Have fun figuring out which one it is. It's the F piece. If you tell me that it's not the F piece. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no, it's not that. It's definitely not that one. Is it this? Could it be this? It's close. It is close. Here's the thing. It's most definitely like something like this. Where am I wrong? Here? Okay. Oh, we're there. Got it. All right, which shape matches all of these? I'd be baffled if it was that one. Yeah, it's not that one. Is it you? It doesn't feel like it. Which one of these is it? Which one of you bastards is it? Listen, I knew it was going to be the U piece. It was wrong. They all have to have the same. Okay, I'm going to be honest. This is what I was expecting. Match, they all have to be the same. By the way, there's 52. There are 4 shapes that are all the same shape. I hate these ones with a passion because I have to figure out the shape with 13. So it's like, is it this? Check progress. I think we clipped that as that was a pure guess. I was like, there's no way it is a 3x3 that turns into something else. I regret to inform you it was a 3x3 that turned into something else. All right, a 7. It is 2 shapes. There are 2 shapes that are 92 divided by 2 is 46. So 46. And they have to be the same shape. There's 2 shapes. Let's just start with this. Is this correct? Nope. Incorrect. These are going to be crazy. Any of these? They are so far correct. Okay. Correct. Okay. This is wrong. Which means... And this is wrong. Okay. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. We're wrong. That's fine. I don't care. If anyone in chat's wondering, do you really care? The answer is no. Like, I hate these ones with a passion. I don't want to figure them out. I really don't. Anything else that's wrong? You're wrong? Great. Awesome. These are my least favorite ones by far, and I am just incredibly bad at seeing the shapes. That's really what it comes down to. The fact that that's like that is telling me that you probably do this. Okay. But then you probably go like this. Then fill this in. Down a little bit more. Shit. That has to be filled up. You're done here. Is it just the nails? Yeah, okay, I see what I was trying to get at. Just, I can't see the shapes, y'all. I really can't. Like, listen, I love precision areas. They're great. I just can't do... No. It's cool. Oh my gosh. Oh no. We're trying one of these. You have to be a 3. You have to be a 2. You'd have to be a 1. You'd have to be a 2. This is a 5. This one's not. This one shouldn't be that bad. This has to be a 1. You'd have to be a 1 for you to be a 2. You'd be a 1 for you to be a 3. Two, 1, 3, 2. Okay. You know what? Not terrible. It's gonna get much worse. Then over here are just like standard puzzles. Yeah. I still have all of that to do. Still have all of that to do. We'll do area numbers. Area numbers are fun. We love area numbers. They're so good. My brain is melting right now. I'll have y'all know. All regions must be one of these shapes. You have to connect. That makes sense. You are a 3. The 4... Oh, the 4 has to be this, which means the 5 is either... Okay. So you have to be this. You'd have to be here. You'd have to be here for this to be there, for you to be here, for you to be this. Ooh, I don't know about you. I don't know about you yet. 3 now? No. I mean, this can't be there. It could be this or this. Oh, no, you'd have to go right here. Got it. Perfect. 21. How much? 61. So 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yep. So this one is just these cannot connect. So it's gonna look something like probably something like this. Yeah, you can go around. That's fine. How do we feel about the letter F? It's my favorite letter. It's probably... Okay, so this is wrong already. Where do we start? Because I could do this. Or actually, this makes more sense. And then this. And then this. But I don't want to... Okay, I think those first 4 are correct. I'm wrong. What does this mean? Okay, everything else is correct so far. Would it be this? No. Would it be this? Except I would want this to be like this, or this to go like this. That way you can grab that. And then you grab this. Sorry. Oh my gosh. How do we F this? Like this. Got it. 6. You throw the Gemini and the Deltas in here and you start crying. You throw the Geminis and Deltas in here and it's just depression. Cool. Where do we start? I actually don't know where to start. Let me think. Let's see. Anywhere and nowhere. So true. So true. Is it here? Is that where we start? It is. I believe these two are correct. Nope. Which means something else is incorrect. Because you go like this. Okay, got it. I don't know why, I just feel extra tired today. Hey, I feel that. I feel that on a level you do not understand. This is a straight line. But that can't be possible. So you would have to go right here for you to be a straight line up here. Check progress. We are incorrect. Something else is wrong. No, this is correct. That means the shapes are different, though. Wait, what do you mean? This isn't correct? What do you... Huh? Delta means they're different shapes. Oh, but it doesn't have to be 3. I'm so done. King Blood John today might have a hand in that, but I don't think so. Coffee evens out. That's fair. I am just dumb. I thought that had to be 3 too. I wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking. He's correct. I just moved the screen. No. Fuck. What did I? Oh, fuck. Did it fix itself? I think it did. It did. All right, cool. We're good. Oh wait, everything's correct. So, you're a line. You'd have to be this. Which means you are a. You go right here. Probably? No. What? You have to go down here. And you're telling me that you gotta go like this? You're telling me you're like this? I hate this. You're a line. I know you're a line. You're a line ever since I met you. You have to go right here. You are the number 4, which is probably like that. You sure? We could do this. This is probably incorrect. Who would have thought? I'm guessing that you probably are like this. And then you are a line. Everything sucks. I'm so sad. You just go right here? That's all you were? You're a 3 and you're a 3? This is the worst. Leon Thomas Salmon, do I lie? That's fair. I'm just guessing, checking my way through this. Let it be known. I am a W. 3. I am a W. 4 and 4. 6. I messed something up. You slithery snake. This is the answer. I figured it out. I hinted my way through it, but I figured it out. Anyway, these are the number 6s. 64 6s, and 64 divided by 6 is not an even number. How many areas do we have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's no shame in getting advice. I feel like as a streamer, you gotta like do these without hints, but I'm so bad at these late game puzzles. I just want to get through this game now, is really what it is. 64 divided by 13. Does that go in evenly? 5 is... Well, hold on. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh, the 6 to this... Oh, okay. So the way this puzzle works is that if it's an area of 6, it has to connect to another 6. Oh. Fascinating. Otherwise it's 4. So hold on. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. 64 minus 36 is 28. So there's 7 that are 4 and 6 that are 6. Okay. 7 that are 4 and 6 that are 6. So which 6s can connect? Well, you can go like that. You can go like that. You can go right here. Not exactly, but you can go right here. Nope, never mind. Oh, this is gonna suck. Are there any of these symbols that are like touching? No. All right, let's just make here. Hold on. This shape is bothering me. Can it be this? No. Awesome. Which means that you're this. Okay. I did get it right. Awesome. I think that you're this. Cool. Feel like I'm getting somewhere. Hold on. Hold the phone. Phone's being held. This is so close, but something's wrong. You're wrong? All my hopes and dreams have been dashed. You're telling me that you are wrong. That means that you have to go like this. Still feel like you're correct, though. Which means that this would still be correct. Something else is wrong. This is wrong. which means that you're probably this. Where does this 6 go? Goes to you two? Where? Okay, you go here. Wait. Huh? Where else am I wrong? Oh, it's bad. It's bad. Okay, are we back to are we back to proper? Is it you? Are we back to proper? Thank you. Okay. I'll just go right here then. Something's wrong again. It's this one. It's gotta be like, no, you there. Thank you. So that means you have to be this, and then you have to be like this. But that's incorrect. So why? Why? Is it you? Is it you I'm looking for? Actually, hold on. Yes, it is, because I think it's like this, and then it goes like this, and then we're good. We're getting there, slowly but surely. And it's like this, except that's wrong. It's actually like this, and then like this, and then like this, and then like this, and then we did it. How many more puzzles remain? I'm finishing these, and then I'm going to cry. Different shapes, huh? Different shapes. Different shapers. Okay. That's the only way that you can work. Which means you're a line. You're a line that probably goes right there. And then you go like that. Actually, you might go like this. For you to go like that. And then you go like this. And then we cry ourselves to sleep. Is it like this? Nope. But you are the line. Which means you're this. Which means you're this. Which means you are probably this. You have to be a line. Where is the line? Is it like this? Because you can't go down, so you have to go this way. You have to go this way. Which means you have to go here. Nope. Something's wrong. Because it's you. It's because of this. And this becomes a 4. Was that it the whole time? Yes, it was. Okay. Do this, do that. Do this, do that. Nope. Hold on. Almost. This. 2, 3. 2, this. Shit. This. 2, 3. To 2. To who? Cool. You go right there. Shit. You have to go straight. Why are you straight? There's a 3 right there. What? That could be a 1! I said these could be 1s. There's a yellow puzzle. We'll end up on the yellow puzzle. It's gotta be okay. 13 plus 14 plus 15 equals 42. Probably. had a feeling it was something like this. Something's wrong. Oh. Okay, we're good now. Good? Nope. Cut that off. Hooray! There is one more. There's a yellow. It's a 4? Okay, this will be the easiest one, and then everything will be fine. That's a 3. Cool. You would have to go here, so this would go like this, and then this would go like this, and this would have to go like this. Cool. 4s. 4 can go like this. It cannot, but if a 4 goes like this, and it can go like this, it can go like this, and then a 3, and then a boom boom. Got it. And then a boom boom. Oh my gosh. Okay. I think my brain is sufficiently melted by this point. It is sufficiently melted. More progress is being made. Part of me feels like I should finish the compass area, right? But yeah, I'll be back. I'll be in the stream, but gone. Yeah, no worries. Like, part of me is like, maybe I should just finish these. These are just going to be ridiculously hard. And then you have these things too. 48. Doesn't seem to be any jeweled ones around here, actually. Let's see it. Then we also have the compasses that I just never did. Here's your first official compass one. I guess I should do this one. Contains a single symbol. This just doesn't say anything. Okay. This sucks. I don't want to do this right now. It's been 3 hours. I'll call it. I'll call it. I'm gonna have to like rank each of these rules at some point. Like, I'm gonna go through each of these and be like, Compass roads, included garden. I mean, we're 26% done with the jeweled ones, so we're making progress. Like, these will get done, but oh boy, my brain is sufficiently melted. I think I'm gonna end off the stream here. I'll be back in a little bit just to do some more stuff. Glimmith is hard. Artisan Glimmith is hard. We're 66 puzzles, by the way. It's all regarding these frickin' compi. I'm gonna, like, I'll be off stream doing this, but I'm gonna, like, start from the beginning and be like, what was the first rule? Shape bank. I think shape bank was the only thing that I've ever had at the start. Yeah. Everything was shape bank until then, like, the official shape bank. Yeah. It says rose windows. Oh, because that's the rule. Yeah. So I'm gonna go through and just like list what my like favorite to my least favorite ones for Artisan of Glimmith are. Literally, this is like the shortest spreadsheet ever because it's literally just ranking each one. Actually, I'm gonna do that right now. Fuck it. So, to least. Waste of a spreadsheet. That's fine. Okay. Let me go and see. I'm going to be kind of clicking on and off. So, we have rose windows. Rose windows, we're going to put at the top. It is the one with the symbols. I think they're not that bad until you have to factor in shapes. But I think as a rule on its own, I think it's not that bad. We'll have it at the top for now. Gemini and Delta, definitely worse than that, because it means that I have to remember shapes and how things work. And I'm really, really bad at that. I actually would say that Gemini is easier, but Delta is worse. Gemini being they have to be the same, Delta is not, if I recall correctly. Shape bank is easy. Piece of cake. You get a shape bank, you feel great. Precision, I'm also going to say is up there. I'm going to say it's below shape bank. Just because it tells you how many you need in a line or like in per area. And using that usually can help you out quite a bit. Polyominoes, I'm going to put that below rose windows. Because you get to see what it looks like and where in the area it is. The reason I say it's actually worse than rose windows is because rose windows, you at least see the shapes and you can get an idea of how much you're going to need to like link them all together. And then you can kind of figure it out from there. Polyomino is you see the shape and then you got to figure out where it goes. And a lot of the times it just never works out the way you want. Mingle shape. Mingle shape is they have to be different shapes. I'm going to put that at the bottom for now, because if they all have to be different shapes, it really just fucks with your mind. Forest trailhead's its own thing. Area number, I think, is perfectly fine. I'm actually going to put it above precision, because it just tells you how big it is, and then you can use logic to figure that out. Palisade. What is palisade? Precision, polynomials, mingle shapes. Trailhead, yeah, this is just like learning shit. Palisade. Palisades are the corners. I don't think the corners are that bad. I really don't think the corners are that bad. I would probably put them above rose windows. It's hard at first, but then it's a lot easier when you figure that out. Match sucks. Match is horrible. It's my least favorite. They all have to be the same shape. Some of the puzzles are easy. Most of them are brutal. Mismatch. Everything has to be different shapes. Even worse. Even worse. Like, when you give me this rule, I'm like, great, I have to figure out every single type of shape, and it just never is going to work. Range is worse than all of those, though, because it gives you a whole range, and, like, it has to be all less than this number, or it has to be between this and this number. And figuring out, and they usually combine range with match and mismatch, and it really just ruins your vibe. Solitude's actually not that bad. Solitude means that if there is a symbol, there has to be one symbol per area. That's actually not that bad. I'm putting it below Palomino. I don't think it's that bad. Once again, the reason that Polyomino is like so low, quote unquote, like I think my top 7 are all like pretty close together, and then it's just a huge drop off. Size separation. I don't remember size separation. What is size separation? Neighboring regions must have different areas. That's even worse than mismatch, but not as... It's actually... That's just terrible. Size separation, fuck that. It's worse than range. Boxy is easy. I love Boxy. Boxy is great. I'm actually putting Boxy above the Palisades. Boxy can go right there. Non-Boxy, however, I think goes above Mingle Shape. Actually... No, I think it goes above the deltas and the Geminis. Non-boxy could be anything. It just can't be a square, and then they have to figure that all out. It's a little bit more thinking, but I don't think it's nearly as bad. Castlegate's not that bad. Inequality. Tip points towards the smaller region. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that good. So I think it's going to go below non-boxy. Inequality. I don't remember it being super, super bad. What's over here? Bricky. There cannot be. This sucks. This one sucks. This one's the worst. This one's horrible. And its alternate is even worse. Bricky, last place. However, Loopy, even worse. Loopy is so, like, cool. You get the cool puzzles where it's like hold on, where is it? Like the entire outside, and then you have to figure out the inside. But I fucking hate Loopy. Loopy sucks. Bricky is bad, but Loopy is worse. Watchtower. Watchtower's not bad. It's a little bit confusing, but it's not bad. I'm gonna put it below Delta. Loopy sucks and I hate it. Difference is great. I love Difference. It's all math-based. There's no guessing most of the time because it's just math, math, and more math. I am putting it above Rose Windows. And then the last one's Compass, right? Compass. And Compass is just really confusing. Like, you look at this and you're like, okay, so I can only go this amount up. Like, that's all I can see. But then I see this and it's like, this has to be here because if I put another one, then it doesn't work. It's just a lot of like, how far up can I go? But I can't go to the sides. And it's like, I feel like it's more confusing than it needs to be. I don't think it's the worst thing. I'm going to put it weirdly enough above Delta, but I gotta make sure, by the way. Delta and Gemini, where are you? Delta and Gemini. Delta is different shapes. Yeah, okay, different shapes sucks. Gemini is the better one. I think I'm gonna put Compass between the two of them, weirdly enough. Okay, so my ranking for the type of puzzles in this game. Least favorite is Loopy, which is they can't meet at exactly 3 points, which just sucks. It's dumb. It means that you have to the entire outside is usually all connected. It's finding where the shapes fit inside, and just it messes my brain way too much. Bricky is right above that. It's nothing can meet at 4 points, and those puzzles like really just throw me off and just they don't feel fun, being honest. After that is size separation, where they all have to be different sizes. Those puzzles just tend to get really cruel with like whatever else they throw in there, so I'm just not a fan of size separation. Range, having a range of blocks between like what numbers, spaces or areas they should be, those just suck because you're constricted, but you're bound by the confines of the range. And a lot of the time you have to do way more math than like difference to figure out how many of each shape you can have. And even then, you're still most of the time get stuck. Then it goes mismatch, which mismatch means that everything has to be different shapes, which blows because 9 times out of 10 you just get stuck because you have two of the same shape together. And they all have to be different shapes. Excuse me, they all have to be different shapes. So you then have to go through like, oh, they all have to be 7, but they all have to be different shapes, and it's like, what fucking shapes are 7? And you have to draw them out. Like I would be honest, I know that there's a like, if you go here, I don't even want to, there is like the coloring, right? Or you could like take notes, but you can write on the side and like that's it. And I'm just like, oh, let me make this is a 5 or this or like this. It's like, do I have all of those? I for some reason I feel like I would love to have like a breakdown of what shapes can be found in, like, if they are made by X amount of blocks when you're doing a match or a mismatch. Match is just above it because once you know the one shape, it's easy to kind of put them all together. It's just finding the one shape is just difficult. Mingle shape, which was that shapes have to be different when touching each other. It's not as bad as mismatch where everything has to be different. It's just 2 of the same can't touch each other. And I mean, what was it? There's the one right up here that had mismatch or mingle shape. Like, neighboring regions have to have different shapes. Once you know the pattern, it's pretty easy from that point, so it's not that bad. Watchtower, It gives you a dot to tell you how many separate regions are touching that. A lot of the time it can give you free information, except when it's like 2 or 3, and then things just kind of go to shit. It's bad sometimes, but most of the time it's actually helpful. I like those puzzles though. Delta, things have to be different when they are across from a delta sign. Just having to come up with like the different shapes. It's better if they're the same shape, because, which we'll get to, because it's just easier to envision. When you have like different shapes, you always find yourself making the same shape, and it throws off everything and you have to go back a whole bunch. Compass tells you in what direction how many blocks are. So if it's like a 5 up top, there's 5 blocks exactly above it, but it could be off to the side. It's a little confusing to look at first, but then it makes a lot of sense. I just am worried about how all the puzzles are going to play out in the compass section, because we never really did them. So it's kind of in the middle. And then Gemini is the last one that's in like kind of like these are pretty bad sections. Gemini, they have to be the same shape, but it's similar to Delta, where you end up just guessing a whole lot of the time and being like, oh, this is not like, here's the right shape. Oh, but it's not going to fit. And then you go back and figure out which Gemini is the wrong one. It's not horrible though. I would say Compass is like the last of the horribles. Gemini and the next 2 are like, they're okay. They're not horrible when you see them, but they're not the best. After Gemini is inequality, so everything has to have a different size amount, right? Is that what inequality was? There is inequality. Inequality. No, inequality is the greater than less than signs. Greater than less than signs, like I think those are simple, because they're okay. When you see the greater than less than sign, you know that one side's gonna be bigger than the other, and you can usually math it out from there. I don't think they're that bad. They just look confusing at first, but then make a whole lot more sense. And then non-boxy is the top of the okay section, where you just have to make things that are not rectangles, but there are so many more shapes that are not rectangles that are rectangular. So trying to fit them all together is just rough, and I hate it sometimes. But other times it's great. Most of the time it's like, meh, it's okay. That's why it's in the okay section. I think there's more times where it's okay than it's not. Then we're in the good section, which we have Solitude, which is just 1 symbol per area. A lot of the time it's just figuring out what the area is. The Solitude most of the time doesn't matter, and it's in conjunction with other symbols. So it's just kind of bogged down by what symbols you end up getting, which is followed by Polyomino, which is showing the little Tetris shapes, or the block shapes, and you have to just recreate it. When it gets to like simple shapes, it's fine to understand. It's when it gets to the bigger ones that I have a hard time envisioning them, which is why they're good, because a lot of the times they are good and it helps you out a whole bunch. But when you get to those bigger shapes, it becomes rough. And the last of the good is going to be rose windows. Rose windows are, you have to have 1 of each symbol in each area, and that usually just tells you how many areas you're going to need. And it's just a game of loops at that point, and I love, or lines, forgot the name of it. Flow, that's what it's called. It's just a game of flow at that point. And most of the time it will make sense. It looks a little overwhelming, but that one's just, I think, way easier to follow. Then we get to the great ones, which are, when you see these, you feel like you're just going to nail it. Difference right now is at the bottom of that great list, but once again, they're so close. Difference, you get a number between 2 sections, and that it's either plus that number or minus that number. It involves math. I actually, as much as I'm an English major, I love using math to figure out solutions to these puzzles, and difference is perfect for that. Absolutely perfect. So whenever I see a difference puzzle, like, I know I'm going to feel rewarded when I finish it. Palisade, which is the one with the box, like the corners and everything. At first I really didn't like the Palisade one, but it did grow on me, and it really does help with kind of figuring out where everything is. There are some brutal puzzles with Palisades that I don't like, especially when they're combined with Loopy or Bricky. Absolutely horrible. But Palisades by themselves, with like area numbers or shape bank, makes it so much easier. Solitude as well is really nice. I think there's just some puzzles. There's more puzzles that are good with Palisades than bad. And then the last of the greats are Boxy. And actually, no, you know what? I'm going to put precision below boxy, and I think that's going to be the last of the greats. Precision, you have to have the specific number of tiles per area, and they all have to be the same. So they either all have to be 5, they all have to be 7, 13, 24, what have you. Precision is great on its own because then you just have to kind of figure out like what the shapes are in that case. Or like you could just, you know, fill things in and they don't have to be the same shape. Where precision gets really bogged down is when you have like combinations with, say, like polyominoes, or that's usually not that bad, but like Gemini, match, mismatch. It's a lot of then figuring it out, and those precision numbers get really high, but precision on its own, and a lot of the times with other rules, it's not that bad. And then we have the amazing, like when you see these ones, you feel really good. Shape bank, obviously when you get shape bank, that's at the top. Area number, once again, you see an area number, you know how big the area is going to be. Only rough part with area number is trying to figure out if they have to combine with other areas or not, but 9 times out of 10, it's really obvious and you just kind of piece it together from there. And then boxy is in third place because it's either a 1x1, a 2x1, it's either a straight line or it's a rectangle. And there's only so many of those that you can make. So I really like the boxy rule. So that's my list there. I am not looking forward. There's 16 bricky puzzles to do that are gems and 9 loopy ones. Like those are gonna suck. Difference, how much do you got? 10? 10's not that bad. Boxy, non-boxy, how are we looking? Non-boxy is 6. Okay, that's not that bad. Boxy is 5. Okay. Size separation. Like some of these, we're actually just kind of cruising through them. Range is gonna kind of suck when we get to it. Like I said, what do we got over here? Mismatch has 9. It's not the end of the world there. Palisades should be fine with 7. That should be bearable. And then area number, nice. So yeah, I am going to be trying to stream this game every single day until we beat it. I think next time actually we might start with compass and hedge maze, because they're all about using the compasses or compi, whatever. And I think if we can get these done, like these are the last of like the standard puzzles as well as this island over here. So I kind of want to get these done first now. So we might end up doing that where we'll focus on compass. It's going to suck, but like, it's not, you know, we'll figure it out as time comes. This seems awful. I'm like looking at this and I'm like, what in the world? But we'll piece it together. We'll finish with compass and this island over here, which I think they said it's, what is it? Spiral Island? Yeah. So we'll do those two, and then we'll do a few more gems, and then this will be the last island that we focus on. I actually want to, ahead of it, is just do one of these per. Oh my gosh. Anyway, just kind of get those done. So yeah. With that being said, though, I'm going to end things off here. I'm going to just take a small break, get some food, and then I'll be back probably a little bit later. I think we'll do some more Dead by Daylight, or we'll just go over RuneScape. So yeah, with that though, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed the stream. Have a wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, and or evening. Of course, my name is Katafi, and I'll see y'all next time for some more Variety Gaming. See you later. Peace. Bye everyone.